Hey everybody, it's Mark here with Coldwell Banker, Horizon Realty. This week I'm looking at the average income you need to earn to be able to afford the average home here in the Central Okanagan. So stay tuned. The Okanagan Mainline Real Estate Board just released their Q2 statistics, and looking through it, they, something caught my eye, and they released the average home prices of homes, what you need to earn to be able to afford that. Looking at it, it goes back all the way to 2016, and it goes through all the different changes, regulators, from the regulators, from the CMHC stress test, that, and really how the makeup of being able to afford and housing affordability has really changed due to a lot of these external factors. So in 2016, the Government of Canada, or the Bank of Canada, introduced a stress test, which really just indicated that you need to be able to qualify for a 2% higher than the current interest rate. That's kind of a Cold's Note version of it. I won't get too in deep with it because there's lots of ins and outs, but that essentially you need to qualify and prove that you can pay payments for whatever the interest rate, the 5-year fixed interest rate plus 2%. And what that did, it took the average home income that somebody earned, and to be able to afford the average home price was $75,000. So that's what you needed to get the average home price back in 2016 before the stress test was put in. As soon as they put this stress test in, boom, you needed to earn $91,000 before you could to be able to afford that same house, that same average home price. So that was just a difference, one simple stress test, and really changing the makeup. And only you needed $16,000 more income a year to be able to afford that average home. So what we saw happen after that stress test was put in 2017, the average income you needed for the average home price was $105,000. In 2018, it was $108,000, and in 2019, it was $112,000. So this isn't all based on regulated changes. A lot of it is also going to happen with the market. Things started taking off in the market here in the Okanagan. Right around that 2016 mark is when prices were really starting to increase. So we're going to see some market appreciation and really affecting that affordability, and because the average home price was increasing at that time, and now you need to qualify for that much higher income plus the stress test to be able to afford that average home price. So pre-COVID, the average income you needed was right around that where it ended in 2019 at $112,000. However, CMHC, the Canadian Housing Mortgage Corporation, once COVID hit, started making some changes with their underwriting practices and changing. You need a certain credit score, you need to have this much down, and a number of different changes that I won't get into. However, those changes have really impacted what a average income somebody can afford, and this really impacted it. So for the average home price now in the market after COVID, with all these changes that have been made, you need an income of $123,000 to be able to afford the average home price here in Central Okanagan. It's kind of crazy to think, some things that might just see little changes can make a really big impact over time. The average income you need is to afford the average home price in the last 4 years is $50,000. So that, I don't see wages going up with that there. So it is something to keep in mind. And that is, I guess, another reason why we're starting to see more people, more parents, helping out their children and that, to be able to get people into the housing market, to be able to, have a home that they can call for their family and raise their kids in. So reach out if you have any questions. I appreciate all your feedback. Please like and subscribe to the videos if you like what you're getting, and leave me some notes. I'd love to hear from you guys. Take care.